Hi! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Arij if you're new, and if you're not new, then welcome. Seriously, it's so nice that you're here right now spending this time with me. Today I really don't have an agenda for this video, but I've been reading this book called The Surrender Experiment by Michael A. Singer, and the whole book is just about surrendering to life's flow and not resisting anything that comes to you and living life with the mindset of acceptance. I thought that I would kind of practice that with my YouTube videos because I love getting videos out and sharing my thoughts and ideas, and it helps me tremendously. But the process of planning the video and filming it has become a very stressful one for me. So I'm hoping that by really just taking a chill pill and filming videos from the heart, if that makes sense, as opposed to from the mind, and at least doing that for a little bit, it might help me reconnect with what this truly is meant to be for me. So yeah, I had kind of an idea for a video that I wanted to make. I wanted to talk about how to measure happiness and what happiness looks like for different kinds of people. And in the video that I made like a week or two ago, it was about how I was trying to really separate myself from the materialistic perspective of success, with measuring success through monetary gain and how much I could buy and how much I could pay for and all of that kind of stuff. So since then, I've just been really trying to focus on measuring success by happiness. And an interesting thing that I've noticed in myself is that for some reason, I measure happiness by a lack of negative emotions. And although all of the books that I read, all these spiritual books and books about meditation and all of the knowledge that I've been gaining, I know that negative emotion is not the issue. Happiness is not an absence of the negative emotion. Happiness is an acceptance. Like I was talking about the book that I'm reading, it's an acceptance of what is. And if you are experiencing negative emotion, it is what it is, and to achieve happiness is not to prevent yourself from experiencing negative emotion. It's to accept it as it is and even kind of appreciate and be grateful for the ability that you have for that experience, like experiencing sadness and experiencing a release of negative energy. What kind of inspired me to talk about this was, I've mentioned in my videos before, and I've cried in my videos before, but I cry a lot. I cry about a couple times a week, to be honest. And I used to cry a lot more back when I was depressed, and now I cry less. But now that I cry less, it kind of gave me the illusion that I was way more happy because I was crying less. So every time I'm in my present life, when I cry, I feel like I am not happy, you know? And that's just not true, because in those moments I really struggle with trying to figure out why I'm crying and what could possibly be the reason, like what's the problem in my life that needs to be fixing that is causing me to release such negative emotion. But I've slowly started to realize that I don't think I will ever, like, crying for me is solely just a release of energy that's like kind of clogging up my brain, my body. And once I cry, I don't feel that anymore. So I'm gonna call it energy. But I understand now that energy buildup is not from bad things happening to me or from something that is lacking in my life. That energy is building up from everyday things that I do, from people that I talk to, from the activities that I am immersing myself in, the content that I'm consuming. It's not me, it's not in my control. And just because I have my cycle for building up and releasing that energy is more frequent, which means that I cry more, it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily sad or, you know, yeah. And for some people, they don't feel the need, like their bodies and their minds don't feel the need to have that release. They have that release in other ways. But for me, I'm a very sensitive person, so I feel like that build up kind of happens a lot quicker than it might for someone else. Crying, experiencing negative emotions, experiencing negative feelings is not indicative of where you are in life, how successful you are. Like, giving up a success from a material wealth perspective to a happiness perspective, like I am successful when I'm happy. Having negative emotions does not mean that you are not happy and therefore not successful. Having negative emotions is normal. It's what should be experienced. There's a balance to everything. If you have positive emotions, it also makes sense to have negative emotions, because how can you measure the goodness and positiveness of a happy emotion when you don't experience the opposite negative emotion, you know? So like, it's all on a scale. I was talking to one of my friends the other day who has experience with being on antidepressants, and she recently was able to get off them, and the thing that she mentioned was that she just notices that she feels more. She was grateful for that. She was grateful for the fact that she can feel more. And I have always been lucky to feel so much, and my highs have always been high, maybe even higher than most, but my lows have been really low and probably even lower than most. But you know what, it's just amazing that I can experience that, and that I have the capacity to experience life to the fullest in both its highs and lows. So yeah. Acceptance and surrender. Whatever life throws at you, just go with it. Nothing is inherently bad and nothing is inherently good. Everything just is as it is. And once you really digest that concept, I think existence becomes a lot easier and a lot smoother. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all the words that have been sitting in my head. I think I'm going to end this video now. If you relate to any of this, let me know in the comments below. You can also, my DMs on Instagram are always open as well if you just want to talk about something. And one of the main reasons that I do this is to connect with people and help teach people the lessons that have already been taught to me through my experience so far. So yeah, if you relate with anything, whether it's this video or any of the other videos that I've ever posted, please don't hesitate to talk to me. Like, I'm gonna get emotional, but like, I really need that. I need connection with others in that way, and I try my best to understand the situation, talk through it. Like, I try not to give advice because everyone's situation is so different, everyone's life experiences are so different. What has worked for me may not work for you, but I try my best to listen and point people in the direction that I think they might find their peace. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to share today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon. I usually say I will see you next week, but I have decided that I am no longer going to try to force myself into posting videos every week. I'm going to post videos as it happens. Like, I feel like I can control what I'm doing each week and what happens to me and what mental space I'm in to be able to make these videos, but honestly I can't, and I've been struggling for that for so long, and This is the point where I'm just gonna go with the flow and accept the videos are gonna come out as they come out, and hopefully they're more often than not, but we'll see what happens and we'll see where it goes. So yeah, thank you so much and have a great day, night, evening, week. I guess evening is night. Yeah, okay, bye, love you.